Maybe that's true for you, but I'm not anything. I'm not an ed builder, a worker. Is that all I know?
Not you.
Yep, I deserve it.
Hey, friend. I'm gonna say this one. Just because we have a long friendship does not mean that you are immune to punishment. I'll give you a lenience once. Anything ever happen like this again? Kiss everything you know and love. Bye. Won't kill. I'll just make your life hell. Now sit down. All right. So let's get down to business immediately. And Zari's gone. Am I?
Yes, that is truth.
That was to be expected. And Zari was doomed to get annexed at any point into the Empire fully. Except the way it was going to be peaceful. And things for some reason changed. That's too bad.
Indeed it is.
Do you think of how much money you've ever lost? How much money you lost? How much opportunity you lost, Amy?
Oh, don't you fucking worry. I know. Get on with this.
First of all, then, if you know what I'm talking, all your assets are now on Polis. Congrats! You are now the leader of the Polis Empire, whatever the fuck it's called.
Alright. Start working there.
You'll like it there more. Polis has a lot of raw resources, meaning it can produce faster. Adzeri was mostly imports and then a space station.
Isn't Polis that little asteroid?
That's Polis, Mom.
Ah, my bad.
Well,
Polis
speaking
is
of,
a,
speaking of losses, what happened to your stuff there? You able to get everything out?
on Adzeri?
Yeah. Your orchard,
I had
all
nothing
that
on it.
wine.
The Adzeri wine, you don't. The wine fields are gone. I'm just gonna say that they're probably gonna be scorched earth. The all the other stuff though, that shit's been off planet for years.
Okay.
Though this does put a damper on the Adzeri infrastructure program. Oh well. Right. So, effective immediately, we have no affiliation with the planet of Rhaenyra. Don't ever fucking ever mention the name of that planet ever again.
Annex?
They are a independent planet represented in the New Republic Senate.
I've never even heard of that planet.
I have no record of it.
But between this room, they're still supporting us with most of our agricultural imports. As of today, none of you are allowed to step on that planet, because I don't know if you're being tailed at any time.
I'll delete it from my star map.
Alright, let's go on to the business at hand. We are being blockaded right outside the unknown regions. A fleet has slipped by the Pentastar alignment and has moved directly to block our exit routes. This is likely of two things. One, to block import and trade and military movements, and second, to see our military competence. Asar doesn't care about these losses; they're minor events. But based on how much resources we invest in this fight, shows that our competence and what we have. So, what do? We throw Zahn's fleet at it, or some of our actual ships?
If we throw a lesser fleet at it, we might be able to convince them we have less strength than we do.
Mm-hmm.
Take advantage of that.
The issue is that means they could immediately push with Star Destroyers into our territory.
I would also like to remind everyone that we are not working with any fucking imp. We are working with their intelligence organization. They probably know all of the ins and outs of our military and have since the beginning of time. However,
Imperials have been in our ranks for a while. A lot of them are fed false information, and for the most part, they don't know our strategy. They know some of our ships. They do not have a full. They don't have a full dossier of us.
exactly. But the issue is they know our ships. And it's pretty hard to hide a fucking harrower with a super laser or whatever we have that's a capital ship.
All documents of the Harrower still says as an ion cannon. Deliberate.
Are there any systems nearby where we can hide a larger force that won't be able to get tracked?
Lee Han, according that's the planet was called Saber.
That's what it's called these days, yeah.
Alright, that planet is relatively We have Zakul, which is a lost planet, but it is a scrapyard, meaning it's probably dangerous to leave fleets. We have that uncharted planet with that Tarenta tech. And we just have empty space.
I say we take Zahn's fleet, I can captain it, or someone can captain it. We take out this small blockade, have another larger force sitting in a system nearby, or in empty space, as you said, somewhere out of range of their radar or whatever fucking tracking devices. If they happen to move a larger fleet in, we can then retaliate. If they don't, we can move our forces around just as all as usual. That way, not only do we have some cards in the deck, but we're still able to do whatever we need to.
I have an offer then, considering no one else at this fucking table likes to ever plan. Hey, one, how about you like to just join outright the Vanguard military full-time? I'll give you your own full fleet.
In this emergency situation, I would accept. However, at the end, I would like to be discharged. I don't believe I'm actually able to compete with the officers you have on hand.
Good, considering most of the officers disagree with your strategy already, but I need a new set of eyes on this. The idea we have is just to hold everything at Boreas and then keep everything else in deep space. Wait until they push into our territory after they realize the blockade doesn't strike back and break out, and we move most of our resources to Polis, Camino, and other places.
So we're abandoning ship.
We're not abandoning Boreas. We're just moving our bigger ships so they can do a surgical strike, attack, hit and run, flee, and destroy most of our navy. . 'Cause 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 ' Because keep in mind,
All
several of our LRSs have already been destroyed. They know about them. Meaning we have several blind spots in our routes right now. And there's always the possibility Assad has a completely known route to only them that we can't cover. There could just be a hyperspace route they charted that breaks around all of our sensors and drops them right above Boreas. And what's to stop there? If they have one to Boreas, they can have one to all of our other planets. Meaning, if we had navies there on standby, they can just be intercepted midway through with interdictor craft.
What do we have for ground-to-space defenses?
Nothing. We have a planetary shield. Covers this space and a few other small sections. Ground evasions of this planet are like, as they could. I don't know what the Imperials have for tech. They might literally just have hyperspace capable AT-AT barges and stuff. If they do, they can just land them on the planet. We don't have enough forewarning, and they start doing ground invasions. All they need to do is seize a single base with a planetary shield overhead, and they become a threat.
If I may, I have one possible suggestion for the unknown routes bit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, perhaps Nexus might be able to shed some light on that. He's working with us, and considering his history with the Vanguard, he might have been one of the people responsible for plotting them in the first place. At the very
Nexus
least, the
is
one
already
who
dead.
utilized them. What?
He's already left. He's disappeared.
Oh.
He does this during these kinds of situations. No doubt, if he works directly with us, Assad will get him killed within days. There is likely a hit list on every single one. Priorities are probably, if I was to say, from top to bottom, me, Saber, A1, Nexus, Kinesworthy, anyone else in R&D, Admirals, Dax. I don't know who would even go after that. But Danik, you're not. No offense, but you're not on the radar. Take that as if you're not good enough for Assad to take care of, or you're just unknown.
Well, that's actually preferable.
All right, let's move on to something. A bit of information we got. This is a full schematic of the Super Stardust, the Lusanki. As you can see by the amount of fucking guns, we can't beat this. I'm gonna say this right now. If the Lusanki ever appears on your IFF, you either have
Run.
you have one of two choices. Three. You can die, you can surrender, or you can run.
Not to mention the fighter count on that motherfucker would be enough to literally turn this planet into nothing but
You know,
fucking
A1,
rock.
you say that, the executive class only has like 150 fighters.
Really?
Yes. It is sheer firepower. And then it's usually escorted by smaller vessels that have carriers capabilities.
Huh.
You say it's 3 options, but knowing what the Empire wants with us, it seems like surrender is also the die option, so really it's more like 2.
You don't know.
Or Or you could spend a nice, lifelong stay in the Lysankia's prison cells. Or you'll slowly be tortured to death instead.
Alright, so since we're at war with the Empire, it's time we look for additional allies. The Mandalorians are already terrified because no matter even where they are in the galaxy, I don't even fucking remember, there is always a chance that a star pulls up with 3 Star Destroyers and suddenly the planet is glassed. So the Mandalorians are kind of on the down low right now, as they are prepping, because I mean, keep in mind, it has only been months since Zon. It has not been enough time for, any sort of real fixing of the vessels. Most of them were refitted for Tiberzon's doctrine, mass drivers, big cannon, really obnoxious. While as the Mandalorians want a more balanced approach with ion and heavy turbo lasers and mass drivers. Because of that, a lot of their ships are out of commission.
If we're looking for new allies, it would have to be allies who have sizable fleets of their own, otherwise they also wouldn't stand a chance. Do we have any
Well, we can't approach Zinj because he's kind of, getting focused on by the New Republic.
Benistar don't want to fuck with us, and they probably just want to sit in their little corner.
They could lend us assistance, but they will not outright help us. No way. Hey guys, how about we get the Iriadu Authority? Oh wait.
What about Maldrude?
What about
Maldrude is on the other side of the galaxy. There's no way for them to help us.
Plus, they're probably going to be next in fucking conquest list, just judging by where the fucking New Republic has their fleets.
Yeah, they're probably going to want to get the northeast, the east, and the southeast connected, so taking out Zinj and then Maldrude makes sense. Oh, I have some great news. Because we're at war with the Empire, no matter who you have friends with the Empire, orders are orders. They will shoot us. That means Hopper and crew. You run into them in combat, you kill them. I don't want hesitation. No final words. Just shoot them in the head and do not let them relay any information to command.
Depends on what he told me
don't
actually
you
happens.
Worry. You didn't even need to tell me that.
In fact, I would prefer if you start arranging the deaths of most people that were in the Empire unit. A1, I believe you have an HK assassin droid perfect for this.
I do, in fact. You know, I always wanted to try it just being an assassin for a little bit, so I might as well.
My only contacts in the Empire got picked off by the ISB a while ago. I have nothing left to worry about.
Here's an issue. I wanted A1's inside on this one. Do we just abandon Prospect? We don't really have the manpower to be stationing another planet out in the unknown regions like this. So I was curious, do you want us to just stop chartering that area and, securing it?
I mean, I think they can
Why
handle
don't you
themselves.
Just do the same? Why don't we just do the same thing that we did with Rhineria? Say we're leaving and they're New Republic, or just not even mentioning them, but still putting in people in power who assist us. And then we can come back when this is all over and be like, haha, here you guys go, here's more aid.
Prospect is a too small of a territory to join the New Republic. Second of all, we're in the unknown region, so they can't even join the independent systems. So it's either we help them or we don't.
I mean,
they are not self-sufficient.
Last I checked, they didn't like us very much.
It's only the revolutionaries there that didn't like us. The central government was, of course, appointed by us, but they still liked us.
Alright, time to abandon the planet then. If they don't like us, they can get that biased view confirmed. We'll annex them, and if that means we have to kill them, I don't give a shit. Planet's a worthless fucking marble. That's all it is.
Does it even have any natural resources?
Oh, yeah! I mean, it doesn't have, like, really fancy, like, Durasteel. It's got a lot of raw, basic material, though. That's why we like.
I say if, and this is a big if, we have to leave, glass the planet, kill everyone, make it so the Empire thinks that nothing is there, and then we come back later.
Alright, if no one's opposed to that, I think we'll do that.
That sounds a little unnecessary. What do we lose if the Empire captures Prospect? They don't
Absolutely
have
staging
any of
nothing.
our
ground.
secrets.
Straight to our planet.
Glassing it will just pave more real estate for their prefab bases.
That is
Nuclear
why
warfare.
that is why I'm proposing this as a last-ditch effort. We don't do this immediately, just in case if an enemy fleet gets in too big to handle. We destroy the planet, make it uninhabitable. So that way they take more attritional losses, being that that is one of the only planets in system or nearby us that is able to house human
A1,
life.
if you want a very evil idea to burn that planet up, the planet has a moon that orbits very closely to the planet.
See, that would be fun. However, I'm a businessman. Fucking throwing a moon into a planet
Yeah,
would
you
make it
can't do
so
that.
much harder to
You're-
get fucking...
I'm talking about blowing the moon up with our super laser and making an inaccessible asteroid field.
Oh. Plus, that would lower the water levels, which would allow us to gain more resources. My work.
Let's move on from this. This is just all stuff I have to write out and get approved. I can't just go around blowing up moons.
Yeah,
That would be
probably not.
Now, we have to talk big, like very important shit. How do we kill Asard?
There are many ways to kill her, we just need to get to her.
That's the problem.
Any ideas? Then those. You guys are out of the box thinkers. I didn't just bring here to say, "Oh no, we're doomed." You have thoughts in that brain that the militaristic people don't.
I doubt we
Use
would be able to
force push to
send an
throw a grenade
infiltrator
really
to her
far.
office.
True, Danik. Why don't I just force push you through the Superstar Destroyer Ridge and you kill everyone with your lightsaber?
We don't
That could
have
work
to.
that could work if I spin fast enough.
Isard's main problem with us at the moment, well, other than a myriad of other things, is because this fucker over here was helping out the resistance movement that she hates. Since we're already, fucking hating on her, why don't we just help them? Make it their problem. That way, it'll take
You
more
want to
shit
know what these
off of
resistance
us.
cells are?
Like, let me guess, 2 guys with a stick?
Rogue Squadron.
Huh.
Yeah, you
Rogue
didn't know
Squadron
about.
has
heard of them.
left the New Republic and is openly fighting the Empire. Rogue
Good for them.
Squadron is an extremely famous New Republic squad. They're
Exactly.
the best of the best pilots. I believe they're led by Wedge Antilles, which I'm sure you know that
They
name.
are.
I
In
think
fact,
I...
the
So what,
faction's
they're-
even named after them.
So
Okay,
what? They're
so-
sick of the New Republics in action.
We have
Mhm.
materials, and they need materials. We're both at war with the same person. Technically, well, I don't know if they still have fucking New Republic contacts. They're not
They
with
do.
them.
They don't want you to
Friends-
know this, but our information has. I mean, we don't have proof, but it's very likely that the New Republic is losing material and it's appearing in their hands.
Okay, well,
As for
that'll
some
make
reason,
this a bit
Rogue
harder.
Squadron has X-Wing still. Which they shouldn't, you know?
Yeah, they probably shouldn't. Well, anyways, you know, friends of my enemies bullshit, blah, blah, blah. We supply them. They start fucking with Asard more. She takes them more of a issue. Okay, so she moves materials away from us. That will allow us to not operate in the same sense as a conventional military, but it will start allowing us to have a little push. Little push, you know? Just a little. We give them more shit, more time happens. So over time, eventually, if, you know, they don't get all wiped out by the fact that she is a fucking super Star Destroyer, she'll be preoccupied with a fucking rebellion. We will have enough space to move and operate as normal.
Alright, let's go into, like, the big... How do we board or destroy a Super Star Destroyer? If you're unaware, almost every Grand Admiral in the galaxy is dead, so it's not like we have their secret handbooks or guides. I think actually all of them, all 12 are dead.
Just read the instruction manual.
Take a large asteroid, put it in a field, put a bunch of other asteroids into a sort of jump ship, you can call them, or a fire ship, load them with explosives. When it goes through the field, launch them all. Have all of them take down the shields, have the largest asteroid go through the reactor. Or the several
That
reactors,
is a lot of
which they
planning
probably
to
have.
trick a Super Star Destroyer to go into an asteroid field.
You'd
Yes,
also
They
have
would
to
not
time
do that.
it down to the millisecond.
However,
If only we could put a hyperdrive on an
planet?
asteroid.
I mean, can't
That
you?
happened.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
The
You
Death
probably
Star
could.
black box indicated that a super weapon that was an asteroid with a hyperdrive did exist. I have nothing else. I'd have to look for it, but I know it exists.
If I was slightly less morally upright, I would have just suggested giving Dax as a peace offering to the Empire.
Honestly,
wouldn't-
it's up there.
They wouldn't just accept me for peace. At this point, they
Yeah,
just
that's
want our
true.
total annihilation.
No. I'm sure if we offered you and your girlfriend, they might accept it.
True.
No,
True.
they wouldn't.
You never know.
Azard even told us up front in her declaration of war that she's wanted our destruction for some time, and this was pretty much the straw that broke the camel's back. I think this is a one-way trip.
Look, all I'm saying.
We haven't actually tried to negotiate peace or a peace deal, so
We
Can't
have
hurt to
Good
try.
try.
Pretty sure.
While we plan to kill her,
I
let's
wasn't actually
put up
seriously
some peace
suggesting
talks.
that. Why are you
I
guys
don't-
actually
Can a
considering?
Super Star Destroyer plus the entire night of the Imperial Navy with Kuat. I think the
Why don't we
think for us,
convince
though.
Zinj to kill her?
He's already
Zinj
dealing
is
with
literally
bullshit.
fighting Akbar. Zinj approached us once and we said no, he will never approach us again.
Wait, why did we say no?
Because he was going to bring his fucking Super Star Destroyer to nuke Zahn's fleet.
Oh yeah, no, that's cringe. Fuck him. We can't just give them peace deals. It's gonna make us look weak. We have to have some kind of upper edge. I think first, even if we go the peace deal route, our first priority should be the destruction of that blockade fleet.
It's already been done.
Oh, it's already fucked.
Did you not hear them say that they were engaged
Yeah,
We literally
true.
sent some Interceptor 4s and a bunch of bombers through a hyperspace directly on top, and launched the missile payload on their interdictor and then just bombed away them. The ship escort was literally like just a fighter blockade with an interdictor. It was nothing.
The blockade was probably meant to test our forces. I bet they expected the.
That's
Yeah.
why we gave him a minimalist approach.
Yep. What you sent could easily be described as pretty much any pirate fleet, at least any I've seen.
And considering these ships don't have our IFF, it could be. Unlucky for the Empire. Getting attacked by pirates while in wait of someone else? Couldn't be me.
Speaking of piracy,
Yeah, your
Shall I
piracy
tell the
forces are being
boys?
integrated to the Navy.
oh, okay.
I don't care. They
Yeah, no,
have
that's
to.
cool.
I need men.
Yep.
I say
Hey,
instead
what?
of working them as a
We lost thousands of troops on your space station. Maybe like
Yeah.
2,000. A lot of them were new recruits, unfortunately, which fucking sucked. I'm good. Danik, why didn't you mention this? Why'd you
What?
not mention that you worked with the Sith? The Sith troopers.
Oh no, that's not Danik working
yeah.
with him. That's me working with him.
No, Danik worked with them on Azeri during the attack.
Oh, yeah,
no,
they were
I
just kinda
authorized
there.
that.
This was before your authorization, according to the timestamps I have.
No, okay.
I don't know. They were just
Earlier,
kind of
Danik?
there. I didn't really question it.
Good job. Good job taking initiative. But fuck those guys as well.
I mean,
They
if it
seem
wasn't
cool.
for their
I don't think they're-
help, if it wasn't for their help, we probably couldn't have secured the jobs. Their forces helped take some of the heat off of.
Well, honestly, this brings me to our plan. I was going to have this brought up in a different meeting, but you're all here right now. I'm thinking we just integrate their forces into ours, try to see if we can get a merger deal or something together. We have everything they want, and I literally just do not want to fucking fight them. Because every
that
troop
mean
we
we have-
kill is one we could get in our ranks.
Also,
Does that
I
mean we
think
have to start worshipping the Sith?
no,
They
fuck
don't
no.
worship
They can
the
just,
Sith, they are literally just Sith troopers.
Yeah, they're just soldiers. Like the last time we integrated Sith.
if,
Unlike the last ones, these are legitimate 1,000-year-old troopers with the most elite Do you not realize what this could mean? They have
Special
training
Forces
regiments,
detachment.
manuals, and other things that no one in the galaxy has anymore except them.
Ah, yes, yes.
So they could
They
really
probably
give us
have
the
unique
upper hand.
sword combat. And probably, based on what I could guess, the schematics for virtually every single thing they work with.
Yeah, maybe we aren't as fucked as I thought.
New
That'll be good.
ships. If you
Their-
need
their ships
to,
are
or
great.
if you want to, I should say, I have contact within the Sith, the captain or whatever I was talking to. I can start a dialogue between you and his superiors.
According to what we're talking, Danik worked with their captain
Oh.
during that battle.
Well then,
Danik, did you see someone wearing red? Like fully red armor?
Danik, you there, buddy?
Sorry, out of character. My internet cut out for a sec.
Danik, when you were working with the Sith, you ran into one with full red armor, right?
Correct.
That guy's on Rhynaria right now. With a few troopers.
What's that plan? I never heard.
Okay, we're in a private meeting. We can talk about the plan.
Okay.
What if there's listening devices?
We wouldn't be having this meeting if there were listening devices now, would we?
Just make sure
Saber,
no cute girls
this is one of the
appear, or
most
else
secure
Dax might tell
bunker
them
rooms in
everything.
all the fucking big.
Never know.
Yeah, Saber's password to his terminal is Saber is awesome 123.
No,
Not true.
Alizard's gonna
It's
be able to see
124
your
now.
browser history.
Well, anyway.
Also, I would like to add that your fucking line of logic that there could be listening devices is stupid as fuck, because not only 45 minutes ago did we start talking about how we have to keep Rhaenyra a secret. So, like, if there is an issue with listening devices, we're already fucked.
Now we're good.
Yeah, but A1, the Sith ships are pretty dog shit considering they're thousands of years old, engines, weapons, and all this other stuff.
Well, yeah, but that's what a refit is for.
They are not hyperdrive capable. They are swarm
could take-
fighters, manned by human pilots.
Oh, no,
We
I'm
could-
talking... Oh, I thought you were talking about, like, Corvette and up. Why? Okay, yeah, no, I'm fucking dumb as brick.
They do have a good droid fighter. I don't know if you've ever seen it.
I think we encountered it at least once.
Okay, so, for what we know, let's go over a few details. We have an ally in the Sith. The Mandalorians might help us. Valen is unable to help us, as he's literally
Makes
working
sense.
directly with the Galactic Empire right now, and there's an ISD over it. Meaning, we have Zahn's remnant forces. We have ourselves. We might have Maul's Shadow Collective if he wants to kill people. We have the Black Sun remnant. They're not really a remnant right now. I think they actually have a leader.
Well, that's
Oh,
good.
I don't know
damn it,
who
did
he
I
is.
miss my fucking chance?
No, I mean, if you want to get Black Sun leadership, you probably can't be a robot.
Oh, no, I'm gonna go fucking steal the wheel. That's what I'm talking about.
A1, the Black Sun have been occupying the wheel fully for about a year. Kind of late. We organized a deal with them about a year ago. Like 8 or 9 months ago, about an agreement. With
Oh, I know.
They bought it off us.
Oh. Shit.
That's off topic, though.
Now what?
The Hutts might be of help if we approach them. Pentastar is possible if we ask for resources. At most, they probably will just block Asar's forces from moving into their territory to be lending us, like, ground equipment. I don't think they can lend us any sort of, like, navy.
I think
Blocking
the
Asar's ships might be
best-
enough. Logistics are everything in war.
in the best scenario we might be able to purchase like some larger equipment, but definitely no lend-lease large equipment.
Alright, so here's this virus going around the galaxy. The cure is backed up. The Sard has a superstar destroyer just sitting on top of Thyfera, the place where you get backed up. It does not leave the planet, from what I know. It does leave it rarely, but ever since this resistance has started, not ever. How do we get a Sard dead when they're over, I don't know, a heavily fortified planet with several Star Destroyers? Any ideas?
Try to infiltrate.
Try to infiltrate the ISB's vessel. No.
Wasn't
I
there
don't see
some
how we
rumor or
outgunned
something
that.
going around where she's also in charge of like the fucking governance of that planet?
Of what planet?
Of
The one
Thyfera,
she's
and
sitting
it's
her
not a
fucking
rumor.
yeah.
She is the public CEO of the company that owns at Zeri. I mean, not at Zeri, Thyfera.
Thyfera.
Well, at Zeri,
Okay.
She's never in the offices on planet. She's on our Super Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
I would assume that we can infiltrate the governance, work ourselves up through business coordination
How
or
long?
whatever
This
the
would
fuck.
take
It doesn't-
months. We need
Yes,
a
this
quick
would take months.
solution.
You're
And then
talking about
attritional warfare with the
assassinating.
not assassinating, murdering. We're just gonna straight up shoot. Like, we're not gonna like surprise them. We're just gonna go into straight combat.
Oh, well, if you just want to do that, load a droid with a nuclear payload. Have it, like, be a
Nuclear
fucking
payload don't
logistics
pierce
droid.
modern shields.
No. You have it as a logistics droid. You somehow get it into their fucking manufacturing or whatever, or their logistics line, while it's moving shit onto the fucking ISD, pop it.
you think they
'Cause
wouldn't
they-
notice?
I mean, let's be real here. The Empire are fucking retards.
This
I
is
say
the
that
ISB,
in
though.
the-
Yeah. And secondly, nuclear ordnance does heavy damage to like normal terrain. You're talking about durasteel and quadanium. Literally will do nothing. You will cause like
plant
a small like room-wide fire and some radiation.
That okay? Just some kind of large.
There's no way to do that. The only thing that would do enough damage to a quadanium armor with all this durasteel and other fucking bullshit is a proton bomb. A high yield proton bomb. There's no way to fit that in a droid. Proton bombs are as tall as you.
I don't know then. There's like literally no
And a
way.
big droid.
You're talking about infiltrating a not just like infiltrating a fucking like town or a city. You were talking about infiltrating a military complex that is the size of a planet, that is under the premier intelligence organization in the entire galaxy. Unless if you can literally start cloning people that like last for 10 days and you get millions of them to go clear out the ship, if we can't find some way to like infiltrate that area, then we're not getting anything done. Unless if you
What
can
if I go
somehow
ahead?
figure out. Do you
Realistically,
really
think I'd
want
stand a
us
chance?
4 retards to be the fucking like voice of reason on the council?
Sure. Do you think I could even possibly? All I need to do is get us there, mimic IFFs of a shuttle or some other, get docking rights, land in logistics cargo, and just don't be seen. There are no inquisitors in the Imperial Army anymore.
I'm not gonna blow
No
smoke
one
up
really-
your ass on this, boss. I think this has a very high chance of not working.
Yeah. Because you
That
were
is
We
true.
literally
with-
have a realm shift tech. I don't see why.
when you were working with the Republic, this is a fucking really long shot. Did they have you like take any sort of like DNA sample that they keep in inventory to know who is who?
No, I was just a charisma.
Okay.
I had no clearance, meaning I didn't have to have any biometrics.
All right. In a blue moon, it could work, but the problem is that, like I said, you're not just going into a city. You're going into a fucking planet. So every
Correct.
single
I mean,
part.
I am aware. It takes like a week to go across the Superstar Destroyer.
And that's just going from fucking point A to B. You also have to go through security checkpoints, barracks, fucking mechanics rooms, medical chambers, possibly the
The IRS.
intelligence fucking, yeah, I almost said the IRS out of character. Like I was close. The ISB security offices. You have to get all the way up to the fucking bridge, which that alone will take like maybe 2 months to find all of the clearances to get through the doors without leaving any sort of paper trail. But then that also means you have to find an itinerary of every day that Assard is going to be there, because who knows? She could be in the mess hall when you go up to the bridge. Once you get to the mess hall, she could be halfway across the fucking entire ship. There's just so much goddamn planning that we can't just send you in there as like a super soldier.
Right. Well, I mean, there's another option then. The Honor Guard. They have the same. They have excellent training. They have literally like disguise plate. They're all trained in basically every art of. Squad of 6. So what if 2 are caught? The base will go on to work. The others can actually learn from the mistakes. That's the only other idea. This is down here. If you don't like that idea, here's the far-fetched one. We jump out of hyperspace with our Harrower laser on the back of the Lucent, taking an indirect route we chart around Cyphera. We fire the laser at the exposed gigantic fucking engines and knock out a few. And that should give an opening for someone else's thing to attack them.
I
I'm sorry, I
mean,
think I misheard. You just say we fuck the laser?
No?
no, that's not at all what he just said.
Get your ears checked, man.
Okay.
Don't call me Dan. We're not that close.
I said man.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe
Okay.
I really do need my ears checked.
While it is a far-fetched idea, in a world in which it happened, we're talking about like the only back to producing planet. Do you remember the last time that a Superstar Destroyer got any part of its major like fucking shit broken? It crashed into the largest object that was in the sector, which was the fucking second Star Destroyer. Or second Death Star, sorry. So the fucking thing, which is sitting right above planet, would get pulled into gravity because, you know, even if like they somehow boarded the thing. The problem is, what's gonna happen when the entire galaxy, which relies on that planet, finds out that we are the ones that fucking did it?
It wouldn't destroy the whole planet if a Superstar Destroyer crashed into it. It would make for a big wreck, sure, but a Superstar Destroyer is realistically around the size of a major city.
So unless we literally, there's only 2 ways this is catastrophic. 1, it literally lands in the ocean and lands on refineries, or 2, it lands in the capital. I'm not talking about being able to strike all of its edges. No way. There's a dorsal in the middle that blocks engine axis. We can't shoot all of them. At most, we can probably shoot 3 or 4.
We'd be able to cripple its movement, but not capsize it fully.
What if we loaded a frigate with as many B-1s as we could physically fit inside and then launched it at them?
It would do nothing.
No, I mean as a distraction.
Maybe.
The only other idea is that we need to somehow get the Lusankia off thy fair. I don't know what kind of bait we could even do to let that work.
Make a giant cardboard mock-up of a Super Star Destroyer and make them think. Not really.
Honestly, if we had the manpower, we could probably start making a Super Star Destroyer. We have the money.
What about the fucking big ship that we have that is kind of shit, but it's still big?
Subjugator?
Yes, that thing. That will probably call it out. We don't even need it to be in fighting condition. We can just turn it into a fire ship. Load it to the fucking brim with explosives, have a surrogate of mine just sitting there. That thing has a big enough, like, radar? Is that the right term? I don't know. It has a big enough fucking sensor reading that'll be like, oh shit, what the fuck? So they'll send it over there. Or they'll send in a massive fuck-off fleet. We blow the bitch when they're in fighting range. What the fuck are they gonna do? Be pissed. But now they're down so many resources that they can't fucking move shit to attack it. That's in the best case scenario, but still.
A1. It would take an estimated 4 or 5 Star Destroyers to destroy the subjugator. The Imperial Navy still has like 200. We would need to destroy the Lusankia. There is no other way.
Well, I do have one possible idea, even if it involves repeating history a little bit.
Kamikaze the Executor Bridge.
Oh, no. I'm not talking about fighting the Executor directly over Thyfera or doing something like that. I'm saying we try not to take out the Imperials in big engagements. We kite them around, use guerrilla warfare, hit and runs, take them out on smaller engagements.
The Imperial Navy is learning. Most fleets nowadays have interdictors or just whatever those fucking mines are called, interdiction mines. They have
I don't mean hit and runs as in literally attack them then run. I'm saying we try to attack smaller fleets where we can and destroy them. Attack smaller installations, supply installations, stuff that can add up over time as we take them down. Because the way things are now,
so you want them to
Assad
spread out their resources?
Yeah.
Exactly.
That will, and if we spread them out thin enough, that will pave the way for their main threat to contend with them. Rogues and Wedge's rogues.
Yeah. Now, here's a possibility. Like, I'm gonna approach them, honestly. It has to be done. It's already being arranged. I think, well, here's the big issue. This works, the New Republic's gonna show up on Boreas and force us to demilitarize, I think.
The New Republic
What I mean by
won't be able
that
to
is
do that
remove super
immediately with Zinj.
They're making progress. Doesn't matter. God. There's so many variables. Now just move. This is something I need to talk about. You all are now, I guess, just going to be used as assets in the Vanguard military. You no longer, because of all this incident and issues, have any rank that succeeds any Vanguard. You're higher ranked than a common foot soldier to veterancy, but anyone who's a commander can boss you all around now. Got it?
I mean,
Great.
This changes very little.
changes
for me.
nothing
That's
for
pretty
me.
much how
I've always
I was
respected the
already.
commanders.
I've already had
That
that
changes things.
conversation with Sean.
Oh, good. She yelled at you. I feel like
Yeah.
you're extremely lucky. I 100% expected her to like force lightning. Did you know that Beskar is conductive?
This isn't Beskar. This is a blend of Beskar and Cortosis.
So energy dispersion, it wouldn't have worked as well.
Yeah.
Be warned, never
Fact.
piss her off, for force lightning is pretty scary.
Well,
Oh yeah, sure.
all I'll say is I'll work with her as long as I need to. I was able to beat her once after all.
Keep in mind, you're having this little ego trip that you think you can beat her again. I'm not confident I could beat her. The
It's
issue
not an
is
ego
because she's
trip.
you're overconfident at least.
I just want her kept in check. That's all.
Dax, I swear if you lay one goddamn hand on my woman.
Oh yeah, you don't know because it's been months. Danik and Severance are dating. Like
Huh.
no joke. So Danik is like simping.
How? How did this happen?
I don't know.
This is the worst news I've heard all day. What the fuck?
We truly are living in the worst timeline.
Yes.
Well, at least that lightened the mood a little bit.
Yeah, I suppose.
I'd ask you to be
So
happy
we're not-
for me, Dax, but your brooding self is never happy. So what's the?
We're not gonna have a repeat when Endor happened, where we're gonna lock down and do a black. Just to let you know, leaving and going from planets is gonna be a bit more difficult, as we don't want anyone impersonating you or anything of the sort. Meaning you, there's gonna be a bit more checkpoints on leaving systems.
You said I'm basically under the radar. Does that mean I'll be less restricted in my?
No. Everyone follows the same procedure. You don't get special treatment because you're under the radar. For all we know, you could be in the top of the list, Danik. That's our guess.
Fair enough.
Alright. I mean, what are you all gonna do? Are you gonna be in open combat, or are you trying to do stuff behind the scenes? Naval. I wanna know what you wanted. I can assign you properly.
So
I'll
I'm
be
high on the hit
primarily
list.
working in ground combat.
I don't want to be out in the open too much.
I can
Why don't
take
you
care
just go
of. You go.
With all due respect, Saber, who gives a shit if you're out in the open? You die like all the time, and you have many surrogate bodies.
Yeah, but who knows if they're able
You're
to
like
prevent
A1.
it.
No.
I'll just make some more backups of myself. Put them some places.
Here's an idea. Have a hyperspace pod follow you planet to planet. It literally just has backups of you in it, and they just drop from.
Why don't we
If
activate...
you ever die or someone's, you have backups literally outstanding.
Why don't we just put multiple of me on the field?
We already have HKs to do that.
Yeah.
There'll have to be lesser copies, so we don't have any of that I'm the real Saber. My sentience is greater than yours. I have a greater understanding of the universe. Kind of bullshit ever happened.
I worked out
Yeah,
that kink.
no more copy incidents.
You work out that kink. However, that's just a fault of droid programming. You can't fix that. It will always appear. As long as a droid has a personality matrix, there is a chance that this happens.
I don't even think it's a trait of droids. That just seems like something that any sentient would do in that situation.
Correct.
Yeah.
Basically.
Happens with clones too.
I could just upload myself to a server and control multiple bodies at once.
That'd be extremely taxing, and the server would have to be close.
What are you gonna
So
do?
you're
Take over
suggesting
A1's
a
gaming
droid
server?
control station, Saber?
Yeah, Saber, do you want to become a Lucre Hulk? I don't think so.
Yeah, careful. Lassard might have some 10-year-old who's able to bomb you out of the sky.
Well, I could finally be
Saber
over
ta-
6 feet.
If Saber becomes a Lucre Hulk, it'll be somewhat harder for him to fit into his core.
What? I'm not going to question what Danik said.
And you need to
Wow, that's
lay
pretty
off
clear.
the stuff. This is a serious meeting. We're a war,
Alright, A1, so I assume we're going to be going to Polis and fixing everything.
And that'll happen later.
What's the now? The Navy is going to be busy for a while before it's ready for. I will give you a dossier. You can look through it, pick what you want to put in your own task force and all that shit.
Cool.
The rest of you, I want you in direct combat unless you're too scared. Dax, you don't get a choice. You have to serve in direct combat. I don't give a shit if you lose. This
I
is
literally
your
just
own
said
D+.
I will.
I don't give a shit. I'm reinforcing it into.
What about me?
Alright.
It's your choice, Danik. If you want to work in your little shitty or fight for a cause, I don't care.
You can come with me.
I don't have full control over
Be
you.
my helmsman.
I'll come with you, A1. I think I'll be
Okay.
more help on Colt.
Now he's talking about Navy. Do you have any sort of naval academy experience?
I once hit on a girl who went to Naval Academy.
No, I'm not. I'm not letting a rookie become second in command of a task force.
I know. It was a joke.
He took it as serious, unfortunately.
The most, if you come with me, I'll make you, I don't know, a captain of
Hold
a
on,
port
he'll be
or
part of the
something.
Danik task force. Only Danik is in it.
Just
Yeah,
make
pretty
him your
much.
secretary, A1.
I
I'm not
already
as
have
useless
many.
as you guys think. I can do direct.
Don't you
combat.
have like Snow as your fucking secretary or something?
Not anymore.
No, I kind of just talk to him a few times a month.
So he's still around. And that's what I was told.
Yeah, I can get him to kill people if you need it.
All right, well, that's what he was going to be, the Vanguard bounty hunter. Guess what? He gets to kill people, Imperials.
Me.
Get all the fun with
Hire
that.
him then. Get him back on job then. Guess what? Retirement's over, buddy.
Are we building a fucking, like, comic book-esque superhero team for assassinations?
No.
I mean, that's basically
We have
what
an
we were
HK
before
unit
the
that's
Vanguard
been
was
alive for
established.
like 1,000 years. We have a hotshot rookie who kills people all the time. All we need is like
The comic relief.
the
Also
comic
known as
relief
Dan.
and then a
Yeah, that's
woman.
Danik.
Oh,
Okay, so
hey,
all we
comic
need is a
relief.
woman.
We have Nora.
We do have Nora.
Well, let's go get Havy, guys. Dig them
She's
out
in
of
a
their grave.
drunken stupor.
Wait, you know where she is?
No, I'm just going to assume.
I'd be amazed if you knew where she is, because I don't, and nor does Saber.
Yep. And in some ways, I feel like it's probably better it stays that way.
She's probably literally dead.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it has been a few decades by this point.
About a decade and a half.
Yeah.
And if she's
Knowing the
not,
kind of
we should
trouble
just
she's able
honestly.
to get to.
Okay, this brings up a topic I didn't even think of. We should just kill Havy.
With all due respect, I don't think she's worth the take, especially with what we have to deal with now.
Who?
I don't give a shit. I will go personally kill Havy if we ever find her. She has
Who are you
too
talking?
many secrets.
All
Extremely
Jedi is drunk as
outdated
shit.
secrets.
I don't give a shit. She still knows about like a ton of stuff, including the Harrower's inner working.
Be careful,
The
Bob.
super laser refit didn't change that much of the, actual part. It just changed the diodes and stuff.
Be careful, boss. If there's one lesson to take away today, it's that Dax will do a lot to protect random women.
Hey, I've been seeing Minna for months. She's by no means a random woman.
Months. Jeopardizes
Months.
the entire Vanguard for a woman he knew for like 64
Yes,
Okay,
years.
Dax is the
actually, it was
Mhm.
closer to years, actually. Now that I think of
Dax is the new Danik.
Does that mean
No,
I get
no,
to be
no.
promoted
I
to the new
am not. I am not gonna be ranked below Danix. I refuse.
You do not have a say in this matter. If someone says you are lower than Danik, suck it up.
I will just straight up challenge you all to a fight to death right now. I would rather die than serve under blue balls over here.
Technically, he is above you.
That- Simple.
You know, that kind of hurt
We
my
just have
feelings.
your girlfriends fight each other, and whoever comes up on top gets to lead the other person.
Okay.
But you know what?
Okay.
Okay, that's not fair.
That's going the nuclear option. You're literally having like just a normal civilian fight a fucking force wielding unkillable wench.
Did you just
Well,
call her a
she's
wank?
actually a
Yes, I
veteran
did,
field
and
medic,
you can-
so she has combat experience.
Oh no,
but
she's
yeah,
gonna
she still
stab
wouldn't.
her with a syringe.
Oh no,
Oh, no.
a fucking
Oh yeah. But
a
yeah, in all
doctor
seriousness,
versus
no,
a
she would
fucking
not be able to
trained
fight a
soldier.
Sith.
Hey,
Unless
one, if
she
you call
reveals
my
herself to
girlfriend
be a
wench
powerful
again, I'm gonna
Jedi.
burn down your other planet.
Danik, he was telling the truth.
But I will
All I'm
admit, though,
saying-
Danik, I
For
wouldn't
all
mind
we
serving
know-
under you if you increased your abilities in command and the Force. So just take them, everybody.
He's done one of them.
He did do a mind
Keep
trick.
training. Keep yeah, just train. Get experience, and people will respect you as a commander.
Are we really gonna have him fucking serve in a commanding officer role?
No.
I mean, not yet. I'm just saying, if he works
Good.
at it, he could. But he needs
No
to work at it
offense
first.
to you, Danik. Unlike the time that I called your girlfriend a wench.
Oh, trust me, plenty taken.
I don't think we should do the same thing that the Republic did and just fucking send him out because he's a magic man who can use the force powers and
Wait, that's
fucking kill
brilliant!
people.
No, shut up, A1. That's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, it's a brilliant idea. Just send out like 20 fucking idiots who think they're powerful with no command experience to
First,
command
we
like
need to have
hundreds of
Danik be
thousands of
captured.
troops. True.
We need to have Danik be captured in an arena where then 40 other magical stick-wielding morons can show up, and about 80% of their numbers. And then we have a
Get cut
Mandalorian guy.
down.
That would be Dax.
They just walk towards the enemy without any artillery support or anything.
But wait a
Totally
minute.
a smart idea.
Wait a minute. The Mandalorian was their enemy. I'm not your guys' enemy.
Are you? Today seems to hit otherwise.
Well,
Things that has come into question.
I'm gonna be really honest. If Danik gets captured by the Empire, I don't think they'd accept my help in that endeavor.
You never.
Don't
Okay,
worry, if I
so-
get captured by the Empire, I'll just tell shitty jokes until they get annoyed and release.
I knew
Or
a guy who
kill
did
you on the
that.
spot.
Well, or kill me on the spot, but either way, it wouldn't be my problem for long.
That's
True.
Okay,
It's not my
so
problem
let's-
anymore because I have no consciousness, guys.
Let's bring it back to the fact that we are in active state of war and not fucking talking about memes and shit.
Right, I'll
Dude,
probably just
I
do
don't give a
frontline
shit.
combat.
None of you guys are military advisors or personnel. I don't give a shit.
That's
You're
true.
being kept on base until I want you out in the field. There's literally like 3 boards of directors and other fucking military people talking this. I lead more just like executive role. A lot of them just do their own shit. It doesn't matter. Who gives a shit about you guys? No offense, in the military, none of you guys matter. Sure, you have high kill count. But any soldier could get that if they work hard enough. Except being a droid that's safer. He's got to be the exception. Danik, it
Go
is
bust
not
that
musical chair.
I was moving to get out my frustration at you hurting my feelings.
Well, you can sit still and keep molding.
Yes.
Yeah, take your scolding like a man.
First casualty in
Well,
war
that's
is your
probably coming
feelings.
from you, Mr. Doomsel.
I can't believe it, guys. We figured out Alan Dax's middle name is Dooms. Can't shocker.
Yep. I don't think I even had a middle name actually, so I guess that fits.
Man,
I think your middle name should be Atzeri now.
Alan Dax, the ruiner of worlds.
Alan Dax, the fucker up of thing.
Well, I know at least some of you know that Atzeri is not the first time I fucked up an entire world.
Are you trying to help your case?
Yeah, you're really making it worse.
Mhm.
Alright, A1. Got some stuff I need to tell you. Fully taking it, Zeri. They aren't just like exporting your materials. They seem to be resuming your. As we couldn't evacuate all the civilians, they're just forcing them to go back to work for them. Skullpole schematics have been wiped out. However, some of your engineers still remaining. So if they know how to make them, they're still going to produce mech. But honestly, I don't give a shit. Your mechs that you produce for the general populace were pretty bad,
worse.
and were outclassed
Yeah.
by AT-ATs.
I know that.
Anyways, hold out your hand.
Huh?
Hold on your data pad. All right. That's full authorization to use any sort of weapon of warfare. They've already used bioweapons. I don't give a.
Oh, even the big one?
Let's go! Alright, alright. Get me in fucking combat as soon as you can. I have some shit I need to test.
Yeah, you want to try out that big mech?
Big mech, disruptor weapons. I need to be. I need to get it all out of the system, man. There's a lot I gotta fucking deal with.
All right. Let's see how long before I can get that mech dropped on a planet that the Imperials. How would you feel about getting it dropped on Karita?
Don't know where that is. Don't care. Must kill.
Karita has the most prestigious Imperial Academy in the galaxy.
A1, if you can destroy the main supply of storm, I think you might become one of the most famous people in the galaxy.
That's maybe a bit too ambitious. Let's go for a smaller. Let this go on. Here's a. You want me to just drop you in your mech on the planet and like have you raise an Imperial compound?
Sure.
There is a hangar base, so you gotta be careful. Alright, when I get a ship loaded with your mech, I'll let you know. As for the rest of you, you need to be assigned jobs too. Say your intel network is being absorbed into the Vanguard. I don't care. There are no ifs, ands, or buts. They need our protection, and they are working for us. They can be released after the war's over. If it ends.
Already started moving them to secure locations.
Their base that they're at right now is pretty secure. It's in Maldru territory in the middle of fucking nowhere. And it's literally in like a cave of ruins. I'm sure they don't care. If you start just panic leaving or getting people to leave, it might catch their eye. Just have them stay.
I'm only doing one at a time, every like few days or so. Weeks if necessary.
Alright, Alright. Saber, you're also going to be a direct cop. I don't think you're going with A1, but you're going to be doing stuff. Doing work, jobs, and you're just going to be along frontline troops whenever we do engagements. We're offense in this field. We need to destabilize and force the Imperials to spread like Dax suggested. Because that was one of the strategies agreed upon in the advisory. So, get ready for frontal engagement.
Yes, sir.
And Danik, I don't know where you're gonna.
You can come with me.
I'll just go kill
You get a copy
Imperials.
of.
Yeah, trust me, I'll find Imperials. I'll kill it. It'll be all good.
Dax, I guess you'll go with say. I got 2 planets in mind. One is a planet you've been to. You remember the planet with the giant valley?
Valley Plant.
O12.
Ah, yes.
Ah, 012. I remember that one now.
Yeah. There is an Imperial installation. I want to just burn the ground.
Can do.
It's mid-rim stuff, but yeah, if it's raised, they'll have to send reinforcements. No survivors unless you find them deemed necessary. I don't like executing army troopers or lesser people. Stormtroopers are too elite to spare. However, army troopers can literally just be intimidated into surrender and other things. Surrendering troops means more armor for us and weapons that are in good condition. Plus, we don't have to clean the corpse out of armor.
Alright.
Your choice if we want to force conscript them or if we just want to let them go after they take off their armor. We'll just arrange transport out. If you can find O12, if he's still operating on that planet, capture him, bring him here.
Alright.
He's an Imperial Army, like, I don't know, Legionnaire officer, whatever the fucking rank he is. He's very high, as he was one of the, I think, 16 marshals of the not the Grand Army, the Imperial Army. You killed one of the... Oh, did I mention that? You killed one of the Grand Marshals?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
we
remember
That
saw
guy
that.
with the black arm?
Yep.
Yeah, you killed one of, like, the 3 of them.
Good.
Well, there we
So,
go.
another thing. Just attacking installations that have high-ranking officers or others. We should... But I think this Valley is one, and there's this other place. If you want to kill old friends, you can go here. The Chimera is currently over this planet. It is a planet with a big ass. It appears Hopper and his little squad is there right now, as they're working on some sort of weapon that we saw on the planet. They'll
Chimera.
fed info after Hopper Pig melts about.
If you require,
And
I
that's
can kill.
Pelion's ship, right?
Correct. We probably can't defeat that crew. It's far too elite.
Yeah, especially
ship
with Hopper
is-
on their side. It might be too much.
Right. So you got those two. So I know, like, we probably can't defeat the Chimera in direct combat. However, if we land a ground force, we can kill a bunch of their high-ranking officers in one fell swoop, because they're all on planet overseeing the construction.
So we perform a raid, take out as much as we can, and get out as soon as things get too hairy.
You need people killed. I
think
have an
Hopper's there
expendable
anyway.
large mech.
I guess the dam location would be good. We'll figure it out. This is in the coming day. Once I get in contact with the Wedge's rogues and all this other stuff, I will let you know what they want us to do. Because they are the ones with the more experience fighting the Imperials like this. So if we get into contact with them and they start working with them, it will be all good. Right now, we're just making a shit ton of battle plans, and probably a lot of them we scrapped and a lot of them won't be used.
Well, that's just the nature of planning.
Too bad computer is not available anymore.
Oh, what happened to him?
He decided. Well, I mean, he didn't decide. He's broken. He's been overused for so many years, where a lot of it malfunctions started happening. So he's been off for a few months.
Damn. So he's dying of old age, just like his first model.
Well, he's not dying of old age. He literally just has been doing too much computational stuff. It's overloaded. So we're just having his server do all the work.
Alright.
His server's a bit slow, but also doesn't risk of him literally exploding.
Alright. Is there anything else we need to cover, or disperse and get on station and get ready for whatever's coming next?
Danik, get out of the seat. I don't know. Just be on planet and ready for anything. There could be an invasion at any second.
Alright.
Got it. Being ready.
A1, I have a transport arranged for you to go to. Your mech will be done in, I think, 26 hours, according to estimates.
Well, we haven't seen action like this in a long time. Full-on campaign against the Empire.
Alright, Private, get to your assignment.
Hey.
I'm assigning you to Commander Danik.
Hey, we already discussed this. Danik doesn't have the rank yet.
I'm promoting him.
Archwing. Saber, you can't just that's nepotism. Especially if they're experienced. If you think I
Promoted
fuck
myself
up
to
badly,
Super General.
how badly do you think Danik will fuck up if you put him in before?
Don't worry, it's in title only.
Oh, of course. Yeah, he could be yeah, we could just like promote him to Jedi General, but he wouldn't have any actual rank.
I promoted him to Super Colonel.
Nah.
Congratulations, Super Colonel Danik.
Super Colonel? It's quite a
Yes.
promotion. I've been promoted. I'm so happy.
Why are you saying this?
Ow. What the fuck, man?
Saber told me I'm a super colonel now. That's pretty cool, right?
I don't think that's how that works.
I don't know what that
He's a
what
super
that rank
colonel.
actually entails, but
I mean, okay.
You get to brag about it.
Yeah, but literally everyone on base understands that it's a fucking dumb position. No one has it.
Yep.
Alright, well, y'all have fun. I'm gonna go do some tests on the Tiger.
Alright, good luck, A1.